Hi everyone, how are you all going? So, today is going to be a bit of a sit down chit chat video. This is a part of my part one to my end of year content where I talk about any anticipated releases, any book hauls if I've had any. There is a bit of a big one coming up soon, and also like have I completed my goals and stuff like that. All the best and worst books and all the other kind of stuff is going to be next year, so please keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be talking to you today about my reading and channel goals for 2023. I've cut back a lot from last year. This year, not last year. It's just still December when I'm filming this, so I'm going to make a lot of changes for 2023 than I did in 2022. That doesn't make sense. What I'm trying to say is a lot of things are going to change from what the reading goals were in 2022. I want to take it easy this year. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself for reading or for my channel because I do have other hobbies that I have been neglecting that I really want to get back into, and I want to focus some of my time on that as well. I've said this before in previous reading vlogs, but I do want a bit of a better balance with YouTube and reading and doing other things that I really love, because there are quite a few other hobbies that I do enjoy partaking in. I don't want to burn myself out or get really stressed out over reading, so that's why a lot of things have changed. So we will first get into the reading plans. The first reading plan is for me to read 35 books. The previous years I have read 50, like my goal was set to 50, but 2022 was such a big reading slump for me. I have had a lot of things happen to me in my personal life, and I will leave a link down below or somewhere here in the video where I talk about it a little bit more, because I don't want to get into it now because I've already talked about it, and I think 35 is a really good place to start. Look, if I read more, good. I don't want to be reading less. I really don't. I'm hoping with me wanting to read 35 books, it'll relieve some pressure that I feel sometimes with reading. Like, I'm only a small, like a very teeny tiny booktube channel, but I feel the stress. I feel the stress. I feel the pressure to read an absurd amount of books, and that is not normal, and that's not me. This next goal could either fail or succeed, and that is to have no set amount of books to no set amount to how many books I read in the month throughout 2023. I want to see where this takes me. I'm feeling myself becoming a bit more of a mood reader. So, like, sitting here right now, I can tell you there are books on my shelves that I've been neglecting because it just didn't fit into a TBR that I really desperately want to read because I know I will really like them, and I'm just not reading them. And I'm not getting to them, so hopefully with me having no set amount to the books I read, I can pick up a book based on what I'm feeling in that month, and just hopefully not having that pressure will make me read a little bit better. And I do have quite a lot of ebooks too, like either on the iBooks app or on the Kindle app, and they are books I really desperately want to get to as well. Lots of changes are happening, and I'm excited yet quite nervous about where and how it's going to go. No carryovers. If I start a book, I don't want it to carry, like if I start a book and it's like nearly the end of the month and it's like a decent sized book, I don't want to have to carry it over into the next month, because I want my wrap-ups to either publish on the end of the month or the first 3 days in the new month. I haven't figured that out yet. It could be both. I could do some at the end of a month, or I could do some like in the first 3 days of the new month, but no carryovers at all. If I read it in a month, like I'm literally giving myself the month to actually read it. Don't know what else I was going to say, but no carryovers is the general point for me to say. To reread books, I noticed in 2022 that I kind of gave myself like an invisible goal, I guess you could say, to reread books. I only reread one book, and that was Homebody by Rupi Kaur. Pretty much the only reread I did. I do want to try and do that this year because there are books I do want to reread. There are books that I want to read purely for nostalgia. There are books I want to read if I want to confirm whether or not they are a favorite of mine. There are books where I have forgotten things because it's just been so long since I've read those books and I just want to revisit them. So, I might actually give you, if I can find the damn thing, oh yes, books to reread in 2023. I'm just going to quickly go through them just so you know what I am hopefully going to be rereading. And we do have a mixture of series and standalones, which is very, very good. So I would like to reread the Harry Potter series, the Hunger Games trilogy, the Passage trilogy, the Handmaid's Tale duology, the Starless Sea, the Night Circus, Piranesi, The Outsiders, and The Ice Dragon. Good thing that they are all books on my shelves. And they are all physical books. And I don't really have any set end goal or end date for me to read these books. I'll just read them whenever I finish them, if I finish them. I'm hopefully thinking that this will also help me read a bit faster too, and hopefully help me get to reading more books, because I have read these books before, and so I'm assuming it would be a little bit more easier for me to read because I have read them before, and it'll hopefully make me fly through them. This next one, this last one for my reading goals, is a bit of a question mark because I don't know how it is going to go, but it is something I want to have a fair go at, and that is no monthly TBRs. Okay, what did I say? I got my laptop here with all my notes, so that's why I'm kind of like looking down a bit. Yeah, because I had written in my notes here, because I am wanting to mood read in 2023, I just don't know how my TBRs are going to look. I guess I could still do a TBR and say this is what I'm kind of feeling in the moment and just give you some examples of some books, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm still planning, or well, fingers crossed, I'm still hoping for me to pick books, you know, that jar I used to do, like I have a mason jar where I would, and now the household is away. I had this mason jar where I would pick out books from either books or prompts or challenges from a jar, and I would just write down, oh god, what did I say before I got rudely interrupted? Yeah, I still might pick books and even prompts out of a jar, but I just might do that personally for me and just not film it. I don't know, we'll see. It's new to me not doing this TBR, and it's gonna be very, very weird. Now onto the last part of this video, which is my channel planes. Now, I'm hoping these planes will come hand in hand and work well together, because I think some of them will. So, first one is quality over quantity. I do want to try and put a little bit more effort into my videos, like maybe write out a bit of a basic script for these like sit down chit chat videos, and also kind of ramp up my editing a bit. I do struggle a little bit with the editing, and I want to try and make it fun for me. I'm hoping this goal will come hand in hand with this goal I'm going to be talking to you about, this next one, which is to try and upload a video once a week. These two, the quality over quantity and try and upload a video once a week, will probably contradict each other, but I'm hoping the quality will stand out where I won't need to post like 2-3 videos a week, because that's just not me. Because like I have said, there are hobbies I want to do, that I want to pursue a little bit more, and I do work 30 hours a week. In Australia, that's nearly full-time hours, and it's physical, my work. There's a lot of moving around, there's a lot of lifting boxes, a lot of, you know, really getting in there, using elbow grease and stuff like that. So, and it does take a bit of energy, and so that is why I think those two goals will come in hand. And the next goal is to do more themed reading vlogs, normal reading vlogs, and also challenge reading vlogs. This one I'm a little excited about. I feel like challenge vlogs and themed vlogs are pretty self-explanatory. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tongue-tied here. But reading vlogs, these are not like the weekly reading vlogs. These are just going to be reading vlogs made sporadically throughout the month, throughout the year, where I just read within like a few days. And it's not going to be weekly because I cannot do weekly reading vlogs. They just don't work out for me. I just don't have that amount of time to do the editing for it. I really don't. I do have some exciting themed reading vlogs planned, and I'm really excited for them. I'm hoping they work out. I don't want to tell you what they are, so you're going to have to keep an eye out for it because I don't want to spoil you for it. So that is it. That is my reading and channel goals for 2023. I hope you enjoyed. Do you have any goals you have set for yourself in 2023? Please let me know down below, and I will see you later on. See ya!